Grief as a spiritual experience. Welcome back to Designing Your Goodbyes. I'm Dr. Dandridge, and in this session, we're exploring grief as a spiritual experience. Grief isn't just an emotional or physical process, it's also profoundly spiritual. It invites us to reflect on life's deeper questions. Questions like, who am I now? What does this loss mean? How do I connect with the divine during this time? In today's lesson, we'll look at grief through a spiritual lens. We'll explore how it connects us to ourselves, others, and the divine. And I'll offer practical ways to reflect on your loss. Grief through a spiritual lens. Grief at its core is a search for meaning. It is our soul's way of processing a profound shift in the fabric of our lives. Through a spiritual lens, grief isn't just about losing someone or something, it's about transformation. It asks us to confront impermanence and invites us to deepen our understanding of life, love, and connection. When we grieve, we may experience a heightened awareness of our inner world. Grief can expose fears, desires, and truths we've ignored or suppressed. When we grieve, we may experience a deeper connection to others. Loss often reminds us of the fragility of life, prompting us to cherish and nurture our relationships. When we grieve, we may also experience a call to connect with the divine. Whatever your spiritual beliefs, grief often sparks questions about purpose, faith, and what lies beyond. Grief is a teacher. It shows us what we value most and invites us to realign with our highest selves. How grief connects us to ourselves, others, and the divine. Grief isn't a solitary experience, it's a bridge. It connects us in profound ways. Connections to ourselves. Grief forces us to pause and look inward. It asks us to acknowledge our pain, honor our feelings, and rediscover who we are in the wake of loss. Through this self reflection, we often uncover strength, resilience, and clarity about what truly matters. We also have connection to others. Loss has a way of breaking down walls. It reminds us that we're not alone, that others have walked this path too. When we share our grief with trusted people, we create space for mutual healing, understanding, and support. Finally, grief gives us connection to the divine. Grief often deepens our spirituality. It may lead us to question or reaffirm our beliefs, seek guidance in prayer or meditation, or find solace in the sacred. It's through this connection that we begin to find hope, even in the darkest moments. Grief transforms isolation into connection. It's a reminder that we are all part of something greater, woven into a tapestry of humanity and divinity. Methods of reflecting on loss. Now that we've explored grief as a spiritual experience, let's talk about practical ways to reflect on loss. These methods can help you process your grief and deepen your spiritual connection. Number one, journaling. Writing is a powerful tool for self reflection. Try these prompts. What does this loss mean to me? How has this loss changed my view of myself, others, or the divine? What am I grateful for in the midst of this grief? meditation and prayer. Spend a few minutes in silence each day. Focus on your breath and invite thoughts of love, peace, or divine guidance. If you pray, consider asking for clarity, strength, or comfort during your grief. Creative expression, art, music, or poetry can help you express emotions that are difficult to put into words. Create something that reflects your journey and honors what you've lost. Rituals. Create a personal ritual to honor your grief. Light a candle, say a prayer, or set aside time each week to reflect on your loss. These practices can provide structure and a sense of sacredness. Nature reflection. Spend time in nature to feel connected to something larger than yourself. Observe the cycles of growth and change as a reminder that life, though ever changing, is beautiful and resilient. Finally, talking with trusted others. Share your grief with someone who will listen without judgment. This could be a friend, a spiritual guide, or a grief counselor. Speaking your truth aloud can be incredibly healing. Each of these methods creates space for you to process grief and connect with its deeper meanings. In closing, grief is a profound spiritual experience. It challenges us, transforms us, and connects us to ourselves, to others, and to the divine. By reflecting on your loss through journaling, prayer, rituals, or connection, you can begin to embrace grief as a journey of growth and healing. Take some time this week to try one or two of the methods we discussed. Be patient with yourself and know that there's no right way to grieve. Thank you for allowing me to walk with you. In our next session, we'll explore how to honor your grief through meaningful goodbyes. Until then, take care of your heart and spirit.